I should probably explain a little bit about what it is that I do. I'm an artist. I started out as a painter and a sculptor, but I realized that there's no immediacy in doing that. So I was very angry as a young man growing up in the 60s. There were many issues, racism, the war in Vietnam, and I decided I would take my work to the streets. So I did social, political, satirical, controversial events that got me in trouble, and I read the newspapers and I watched how they twisted and torqued the intent, content, meaning of the message to suit their own agendas. So I decided that I would use the media as a medium and create commentary about the media as well as about issues that I thought were important. My work is done in 3 stages. The first stage is the hook, where I come up with a concept, I figure out how to do it, what's involved, how many people do I need, what kind of props do I need, costumes, and I launch it. That's the hook. Second stage is the line, which is where does it go, who does what with it. So I hire press clipping services and I pay to track where it's going and who I'm affecting. And then thirdly, when it's got enough attention, I do the third part, the sinker, which is when I reveal the story and do an expose and talk about not only my intent, but what the media has done to the story. It's like playing an electronic telephone game. I whisper in one person's ear, you pass it around, and by intent or by accident, the message gets changed. So my work is really about media literacy. It's not only what you believe, but how did you come to your beliefs? So I ask people to question authority, and the work really is what do you believe? How did you come to your beliefs? Do you have a question the source of your beliefs? If not, why not? Suspending empathy really is to let the audience know that I'm not a nasty person. I'm not trying to hurt anyone.
Right.
I'm just trying to say that nice people come into my lives as journalists, and I know I'm going to set them up and fool them. So I have to convince my whole team, look, you might really like this journalist, but they're not doing their homework. They didn't Google, they didn't do any research, they didn't find out who I am, and they're just taking a press release and going on it verbatim. So I have to say, suspend empathy because you feel sorry for them. They're such suckers that, you know, okay, unfortunately we're going to have to fool them. That's what I mean by suspending empathy.
Now you said something to me the other day when I just passed you by and stopped you.
Yeah, I remember what it was. It was, works can be profound, profane, and pathetic. I have my own criteria for what works for me. I have my own rules as to what I will do and what I won't do, and that includes not breaking the law, not exploiting people for money, not ripping people off. Bruised egos, satire bites, and you're not going to be friends with everyone. So I expect to have ruffled the feathers of quite a few people in doing what I do, but hopefully they understand that really I'm just a messenger. The messages were being bullshitted to, and you have to, be aware of that and check the source. Okay, if you want to follow the film, there's a website for the film, artoftheprank-themovie.com, artoftheprank-themovie.com. I also have a blog called artoftheprank.com, which is, I think people will find it interesting. And of course my website is joeyskaggs.com, and that's, 50 plus years of my work as a media satirist, as an artist.
You want an action, or?
No, just come and grab me.
Just grab him.
Darling. When I met Andrea for the first time, I looked at a younger me, and that was important to me. Andrea, in a very short time, showed me that he had the capability to understand what it is that I'm trying to do and an appreciation for it. And I saw in him a young artist like I was once upon a time, who was dedicated and disciplined, and I was open-hearted to that because when you're young, nobody gives a shit. They don't take you seriously, and I thought that Andrea, should be taken seriously, and he was giving me an opportunity to be there to document this whole process, which is a huge piece of his life. So I'm grateful to what he has done to make my work available to a broader audience.
Now kiss and we're good.
Okay, this is Tanya. Can anybody tell me what in the world is that reflection?
I want you to be able to say what you want to say. Get your message out. I got no problem with that. The only thing I will ask in return.
Anyways, you can feel free to watch his video. The man right there with the long beard is Mr. Joey Skaggs. You should do a little investigating on Mr. Joey Skaggs. At some point, like I said, he does shake Jedediah's hand during the protest and congratulates him on a job well done. Anyways, Mr.